What's going on, Titans fans, Titans Nation, football lovers out there? We are your hosts, Jamal, aka J Mall,
Trey Wright, aka Trey Trey.
and we appreciate the love and support. Trey is our first live stream, first
First
podcast,
stream, first stream, first podcast, first everything.
and we were just talking about it, how nervous we were. Like, dang, why are we nervous? We just talking football right now.
Just talking like we normally do, and I'm over here, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms, you know what I'm
But honestly, for those who out there who are trying to start something new, don't be afraid to try it. Just get out there. It's just a little advice for you. If you're nervous, if you're scared, that means it's probably a good thing. It's probably
saying?
that means that you
Yes,
should go
yes,
ahead and do it. So that's my advice for today. Just go ahead and just jump into it, whether you're scared, nervous, or anything like that.
yes. Hey, first for everything. You know what I'm saying? You never know what life can take you. You don't know if this podcast, we can blow up, be the next Buck Rising. We can we can blow up, take
Let's hope so.
key job, touchdown, tight. Like you never know. So whatever you got, put your mind to it. Hey, stay 10 toes down. That's it. That's it.
But yeah, man, we've been Titans fans for pretty much our whole lives. I mean, going to the Titans. I asked you earlier, do you remember even going to the Titans games? And
Mhm.
we had season ticket holders. We would go to the Titans game early, tailgate. We were sitting at the top section, the
The
very, very
300,
top
300,
300 section. So you got to
touring
get
in
there early.
lifers. Yeah.
Walk all the way up, and you have to walk all the way to the end, and then we have to go all the way up there. So I mean, we've been Titans fans listening
Jamal, they
to
said my mama said they can't see it.
uh,
Can you hear us, mama? Mother. Ooh, hold on. I don't know who can see it, but let us cook. It's first time. I don't know if you see it. You know what I'm
we
saying?
listen. We're learning right here. This is a
We're
learning
learning.
curve.
We're learning. We're cooking. Let us cook.
Wow. While they can't see it, I'm gonna see if we can try to go ahead and see if it'll work.
It says it's still waiting.
Uh, Technical difficulties. Like I said, if you over here trying something for the first time, it may not work the first time.
It might not work the first time, but the second time it's gonna work. Or the third.
Let's try this.
Oh, here we go. They can see us.
They
There
can
we
see us
go.
now.
Nah, yeah. Well, I
There
think
we
they
go.
had to just refresh it. There
Like
go
I
my auntie
said,
mama. There go my auntie mama. I'm sorry.
uh-oh. That's our auntie, everyone.
I see you
Say
in the
you can
chat.
see
I
us.
see you in the chat. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, but like I said, if you're trying something out for the very first time, don't be afraid to try it out. Maybe some technical difficulties like we had at first,
Yeah.
but ultimately you just jump right in there. But like I said, I mean, we've been Titans fans for as long as we can remember, but now we're finally here. The season has started, and I guess we got to address the ugly right now. If Titans fall
Yeah.
0-3 right now, fall to the Green Bay Packers. What do you think about that game?
You know what? Go ahead and hit him with the intro one time. Go ahead and hit him with the intro one time before I get into it. Hit him with the intro.
The intro one more time.
Yeah, hit him with the intro one more time before we get into it.
Touchdown Titans!
One word for this game: embarrassing. How are you going to let Malik Willis, that you traded for a seventh round pick, go crazy? That's what he did. One read, two read, we're running. You telling me we couldn't game plan for Malik Willis? Come on now. That's just embarrassing. I don't know what Denard Wilson and the defense we couldn't tackle, but we'll get into that a little later. But it was fundamentally we just couldn't hold up against the Packers. What you think about it?
It's crazy because it happens every single time. Whenever we play either a backup quarterback, like our dad told us, and whenever we play a backup
Yeah, a
quarterback,
backup quarterback.
second string quarterback, we somehow find a way to lose, or if we're winning at halftime, we find a way to
Yeah,
lose.
yeah.
It just
The
never
Titans
fails right
first.
now. And I said, earlier, Malik Willis, if they game plan it right, he's one tough quarterback to bring down. So if we don't bring
Yeah.
him down, he's gonna run all over us. But
Hmm.
they just made the game plan simple for him,
Yeah.
quick read,
Yeah.
quick pass. You don't see it take off. It was just a really quick, simple. And again, credit the defense. They did okay. I mean, we're not gonna expect an all-world defense every single time that we play a football team. Let's just be honest. But again, we're going into the fourth game against the Miami Dolphins, I believe, and we have 0 turnovers. That's got to change. So
Yeah, that has to. We have to force a couple turnovers. I had the question proposed to you earlier. I said, what's the difference between a turnover and a quick three and out? This game shows it. This game shows the difference between a turnover and a quick three and out. Turnover, yes, quick three and out, momentum shifts, not as high, but you get a chance to be able to just drive down the field. And it looked like we could do that at certain times throughout this game, but we couldn't just consistently do that, and that's what killed us today.
the one thing is that I really do think that we don't have an identity right now. I think
No.
as far as players on a sheet, on a roster, we got the potential, we got the players, but right
Yeah.
now it's like, who are the Titans right now? Are we we're not that same Tennessee Titans before, but now who are we? It looks like we're trying to throw the ball, but again, he ain't got enough time to throw the ball with his offensive line right now.
No, we don't. We don't. I see y'all in the chat. Appreciate the support.
Thanks, Drippy E.
Um, yeah, that's my homie Evan. Shout out Drippy E, my Dukes. Thank you for tuning in. This means a lot. Thank you everybody.
That's our
Comment so
mama
we
right
can
there.
acknowledge you.
Appreciate the love, mama.
Yeah. Our identity is Levis has a arm, but just how do you hey, what's been going on so far? Use it and the time between all that have the chemistry there. Once the team, I feel like he should take the check down. Once he tied kick downs and come after the catch, you know what I'm saying? But our identity is an inconsistent, strong arm quarterback. That's pretty much what we have right now.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out real quick. And speaking of which, I mean, I know that that game, it was not what we expected it to be. What are your takeaways? Let's start with the offense. What did you see on offense?
Offense, I saw. I'm gonna put the O line to the side right now. I'm gonna put them to the side.
Okay.
But when everything was clear, when Will at that time, I saw a quarterback one potential. The drive gave strip back. That I was driving down 2-3 complete top boy. We had a good time. So we ball pretty well at and off side out. Then had a better game, but also kind of over yeah, that was terrible. It was so terrible. They and he dirty too. Hey, it wasn't good. And the Titans offense, but the last drive,
Trey, I don't know if it's your mic or my mic, but it's like we may got a little static going on.
my bad, too.
Try unplugging your mic and plug it back in. See if that'll work. But yeah, I mean, honestly, we got to establish our identity on offense. What did I see when Will Levis, when he is not under pressure, he's throwing that ball. He is really slinging that ball. Now there is some mishaps and there is some incompletions that I wish he would have had back, but other than that, I mean, at one point he was, I think, 19 of 23. I mean, other than the pick six, and again, we'll address that again. But I mean, if he's in that pocket and if he has enough time, for the most part, he's really throwing that ball. So, which leads me, I mean, Malik Willis, he went off. Will Levis didn't get the job done. So did we trade the wrong quarterback?
Did we? Did we?
Did we get rid of the wrong quarterback? I mean, I don't think we did. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think that we did. I mean, it's hard to compare Will Levis because I mean you're comparing it to C.J. Stroud and his success right now, and all these other quarterbacks who've come in and have had tons of success. But we can't do that. I mean, right now we got the players. It's just it may take a little time. Titans fans, again, we've been through this before. We've been through these tough times as Titans fans to where it's like, oh man, here we go again. Right now, I just say be patient. We're not in the worst position. I mean, we are 0-3, but 2 of those losses are NFC teams. One loss is an AFC team, but it's not a division round. So, I mean, if we're trying to turn this ship around, we got an early bye week to get everything figured out. But, I mean, again, we got to get some momentum going right now.
Yes, we have to win a game. I don't care if we win by a half. I don't care if we tie. We
don't care if we tie.
We need a tie. We need a tie at this point. We just need something that's going to make the Titans fan base smile. I heard some reports saying at the Titans Stadium it was 60% Titans fans, 40% Green Bay. That is not a home game.
Not at all.
That is not a home game. So we need to get a win, a couple wins to get the fan base involved. We need to make a home game feel like a home game. Against the Bears, it chaotic. It scared me.
It scared me.
But once we can string together a couple games, get the Titans fan base to like come together, want to go to the games, know that we're going to win a game instead of we have the same Titans memo for the past 4 seasons. You can definitely count us out of a game. No, you can definitely don't count us in.
Right.
But you definitely can't count us out. That's the saying. Don't count us in, but don't count us out.
And speaking to that success, I mean, O-line, I mean, we've had our issues the past 2 years, and now it seems like we may have some issues this year. I mean, what do you think of our O-line right now, specifically with that right side?
With the right side, we're drafting a right tackle first round pick. In the meantime, yeah. Look at this. NPF is on the ground. Like, run it back. Look, hand swipe, he's on the ground. Like, we can't allow that. That's the drive I'm talking about.
Not even 2 seconds, he's on the ground. And then we try to replace it with Jalen Duncan, and it just seems like he just whiffed on that one. And then right here, going around him, it was just
like. And that for the first little clip, that was the drive I was talking about when we was getting down the field. We was making plays, and then that happens. We are picking a right tackle in the first round this year. There's no choice because I feel like Malik Willis, Will Levis is the quarterback one of the future based off of that drive. Like that drive looked easy for him. He had D-Hop as his security blanket. What's his name? Calvin Ridley had a streak, and then D-Hop had an out. That was a great play call because Will Levis wants to test the long ball, but also you got your reliable receiver on the out route, and you that's your security blanket. You have him. Tyler Boyd was on the drag, and you also had him. So I feel like Will Levis was set up. Right now he's set up to be the quarterback one of the future, and what comes with that, you need a great offensive line to pair with it.
I'm just so tired of drafting offensive line out of offensive line every year. I don't get me wrong, that's probably one of the most important, if not the most important positions that we have to draft for and we have to
Mhm.
get. But I mean, if you're looking at the teams, I mean, look at the recipe that the successful teams have. I mean, you look at the Chiefs, offensive line. You look at the Eagles. I mean, they've had their mishaps, but offensive line. You're looking at these
Yeah.
powerhouse teams, the Lions, even
Yes.
powerhouse offensive line. It's the same recipe. It's the same spaghetti
Yeah.
over and over again. It's just no matter what, it's just going to be the same recipe. So it looks like that's maybe our move this off season if we don't get it corrected this
Yeah.
season right now.
And all of the successful teams, if you win the trenches, you're more than likely able to win the game. If you win in the trenches, you have control over the game. Simple as that. Simple as that.
So let's switch it up then to the defense. And what did you see on defense?
We weren't fundamental. Too many missed tackles. Too aggressive. I feel like we were too aggressive.
Yeah.
It was a play that I saw Kenneth Murray was on the blitz and they set a screen pass and it just got picked up. So that it was a little too aggressive, especially when we're trying to stop the run. I feel like you have to contain the outside first, let Big Jeff and T Sweat eat, send them to them. Like you can let Big Jeff and T Sweat pad their stats all games. You send them whoever. Malik Willis, send them. Josh Jacobs, send them. Anybody on the wide receiver jet sweep, send them towards the middle.
Yes, it seems like that no one can really run it up the middle right now with T Sweat and Big Jeff, but everybody can run it to the outsides right now. So I don't know exactly if it's more so like filling in the gaps when it comes to, don't get me wrong, like we have a really good defense, to be honest with you. In order for us to go from that good to that great to that elite, one, you got to have those turnovers. Two, you got to make those plays that you're supposed to make, and that includes those tackles that we missed today. I don't know how many missed tackles that we've had. Again, I'm not discouraged with the defense at all. We're going to have our mishaps, and keep in mind, even though we lost, 30 to, I believe it was 14 today.
Yeah.
One was a pick six. Another one we had they missed a field goal, but then we got a penalty call, which I think was a terrible call, but whatever. And then that next, few plays they scored. And so you count those two plays out. I mean, we're right there.
Right there. Yeah. A couple mistakes, missed tackles. I know Roger McCreary had like two that he could have got in the backfield. Big Jeff missed one. I think it was Jarvis Brownlee missed a big sack. Then Malik scrambled for like 4 or 5 yards. That was a big sack that he missed out on. And it's a couple other plays where we grab the legs, they just kick us off. Like we're just a weight room to we need to pick up the weights a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Just max out. We need a max out day. That's it. We need to get a little bit. That's what it looked like. And also Jamal Adams had like 2 big missed tackles. But
yeah.
So tackle that's what haunted our defense. We could have matched their 8 sacks with our own 8 sacks.
I'm telling you. Oh man, 8 sacks. That's embarrassing. I mean, when you get 8 sacks, giving up 8 sacks in the game, that's like, okay, like I can understand 2, 3, but 8 sacks, we got to go back to the drawing board and figure something out real quick because and honestly, we were complaining about this early bye week. I think this is probably a really good time to have a bye week, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But we need this early bye week. We need to watch film, go over fundamentals, find out who our right tackle is. Hey, if we gotta go get David Bakhtiari and put him at right tackle, I'm down because
we got to figure something out quick.
This is not it. This is not it.
Yeah, and so based off that game, so who's responsible for the loss? Like who would you say is responsible for this loss? Is it the offense? Is it the defense? Is it the whole team? Is it a one specific player? Who would you say is responsible for this loss?
Before we get into that question, I just want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, share to a group chat, share to your mom, dad, pops, nieces, nephews, uncles, brothers, sisters. Just share. We love y'all support. We want to get as many Titans fans in here as possible so we can just get
Keep it
a
going.
get a taste of what every Titans fan is thinking. But the question, I feel like Bill Callahan
Okay.
is the most responsible for
I didn't
this
expect
loss.
that answer, but okay.
Bill Callahan. Because why would you put out NPF in that condition?
You're
That's
talking about when they took him out?
No, why they started him.
Oh, okay.
I get he's probably the best right tackle, but what did we not learn from week 3? From week 2 to week 3? Like I saw the same swipe the hands, move him out the way, and he's getting beat inside most of the time. And then he's trying to get so far outside that he's getting beat inside. And then it's just he needs to meet Big Bertha and Olga one time. Like Bill Callahan has these sleds that they've been hitting all his training camp, and PF missed out on that because he was hurt. He missed out on the sleds. He missed out on fundamentals. But you got to get the fundamentals down. Bill Callahan is offensive line Jesus. That's what they call him. And it didn't look like he had any work with Bill Callahan.
Yeah, offensive line is so hard to find in the league right now, especially those tackles. And so right now, I honestly would have to say Nicholas Petit-Frere, you got to start him because I mean, once Jalen Duncan comes into the game at right tackle, if he's our backup, I was watching him because I was a little afraid of what he was going to do. And again, 6th round pick, he's got some work, a lot of work that needs to be done. He's very raw talent, but right now it's looking like either we go with Nicholas Petit-Frere and put a tight end next to him for the rest of this season, or we're going to have to find someone else to really step up and solidify their role as the right tackle.
Yeah, and it sucks that we have to chip every play because Brian Callahan his offense is all about timing. All about timing, going through the progressions. If it's there, take it. If it's not there, move to the next read. So it's all about timing and progressions. Once you have to chip a tight end or chip a running back, then your yards after the catch for those little short routes changes because the defense can back up some, see the play develop, and then attack your tight end that's on a chip and release, then attack your running back that's on a chip and release. It's just sad that we can't win our one-on-ones in the trenches. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have any questions for those who are watching for the very first time, again, this is our very first podcast. We appreciate the love and support. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comment. We'll highlight them and just answer your questions as well. But yeah, before you have any questions as well, before we head on out of here, I got one other question for you as well. And so now looking at us 0-3, we got one game before we go into the bye week. Are we looking at turning the ship around, or are we looking at the draft?
Ooh, I'm an optimistic Titans fan.
Yeah,
but what I'm seeing is we're waiting for the draft. That's what it's shaping up to be. We're just trying to get through this season, have the first overall pick. I said it. We want the first overall pick. I want Will Levis to at least show that he's quarterback one potential. I want the first overall pick. We trade it back, get more draft capital, and draft the tackle, like maybe 4th, 5th, 6th, like let the quarterbacks get off the board, and we draft a tackle, trade it back a little bit, get a little more draft capital because there's a couple other spots on our defense that's filled by veterans that we also need some young players at. So, hey, we're starting to look at the draft as right now.
Yeah, we got a comment. DeAndre said, optimistic, delusional, more like it. I mean, look, listen, as a Titans fan, I understand where you're coming from, honestly. But right now, you have to think that one, you got a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, a whole new offensive line, basically, a whole new defense, new wide receivers. Everything is completely new. So, yeah, I think as a Titans fan, it's okay to be a little optimistic, if not a lot optimistic right now, just because everything is new. This is a whole new team right now, and we're not going to just get it. Again, we have those few who were at the bottom, Houston Texans, and they turned around in one season. We have those few, but ultimately right now we got the players. We just got to give it a little time.
Yeah.
Titans fans, it's okay.
Yeah, we just need time to jail. Need time to watch film, fundamentals. Jail, film, fundamentals. That's my 3 things we need to go over on this bye week. But yes, optimistic because it's so new. We even have a new strength and conditioning staff. That's how new the Titans is, from the general manager to the equipment managers. Like everything is new. The only thing that's not new is the Titans fan base, because there's no bandwagoners for the Titans. So if you're a Titans fan, you almost have to be.
You're a true Titans fan if you're a Titans fan.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to be optimistic right now. I think we'll be fine. Now, if we go 0-5, 0-6, yeah, let's go ahead and hang it up. It's time to go. Let's go ahead and look at the draft. We'll do some mock drafts. We'll figure out exactly who we need. We'll just hang it up. But I mean, I think this next game right here is a must win before you go into the bye week. Again, it's an away game, but they don't have two
quarterback.
But again, like I said, backup quarterbacks, we never win against backup quarterbacks for whatever reason it is. But I think next week is going to be a must win, and we'll put out some more content as well. We'll do some free agent grades. We'll do some if y'all had some fantasy questions, we're in probably around 4 or 5 fantasy leagues as well. So we'll answer all your fantasy questions here. And so just feel free to share this with anyone. But yeah, that's all I got.
I got one more question for you, Jamal.
Go ahead.
And you know how the Panthers bench what's the quarterback? Bryce Young. Do you think we should bench Will Levis at any point throughout this season?
At any point throughout the season?
At any point.
There's gonna be a time to where if he's just not producing, in other words, if he's doing the same mistake over and over, trying to make a play out of nothing and gets a pick six, that happens one more time, then you may have to look at Mason Rudolph for the time being. And again, we'll do some free agent grades and we'll grade and see, all these free agents like Mason Rudolph. But right now, we're not in the same position as the Panthers. Even though Andy Dalton today, he went off. He had like 3 touchdowns, crazy. 230 yards in the first half. So
yeah, he went crazy.
I don't think you're going to get that type of production in Mason Rudolph with this offensive line that we have right now. So right now it's more so just kind of we'll kind of go day by day, almost game by game.
Mm-hmm. In my opinion, we never bench Will Levis throughout this whole period, no matter what. No matter what. I don't care if he does have another trying to make a hero ball play. We need him to get as much experience going into year 3, because if he has all of the experience going into year 3, we can't use he's still a rookie quarterback anymore. He's in year 3. This is where Josh Allen was able to start gaining success after his first 2 years of he basically had the same start as Will Levis. Now look at Josh Allen. might be top 3, 4, 3, 2, might be one of those. Strong arm quarterback, willing to take a hit, willing to sit in the pocket and take a hit. So I feel like you do not sit Will Levis at any point this season. You play him, let him get the experience, let him gel with Calvin Ridley that you have on a 4-year contract. And you just got to let Will Levis play and learn the system, learn terminology, learn the offense. So I do not want to bench Will Levis at all this season.
Okay. Well, yeah, and we appreciate the love, everyone, as well. And so, as you can see, our if you have any comments, questions, you can go ahead and follow us on YouTube. We just set it up, the Right Titans Podcast on YouTube. Yeah, feel free to share this with your friends, family, loved ones. Even if you're not a Titans fan, if you just love football in general, go ahead and share this with everyone. But yeah, that's my last words. Anything else you want to say before we head out, Trey?
Nah, that's it. I just want to thank everybody for the support for our first podcast. I saw we got up to like 7, 8, 9, 10 people at one time.
Something 7?
Yeah, we got up there to 7. I really appreciate the comments, appreciate everyone's support. I just want to say thank you. That's it. This means a lot.
Well, that's it for the Right Titans Podcast. Again, Drippy E, appreciate it as well. Yeah, we just can't even express how thankful we are for all our viewers out there and all our future viewers as well. And so, but yeah, that's it. Again, Right Titans Podcast. We're out.
Peace.
I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui. I get to it first, I got you mad. I get that when I get to it last. Get it, then I'm never